If you've been struggling with design research and finding best-selling designs, then this video is for you. Because today we're going to be going over 4 different design trends that have been killing it on Etsy. And PS, the last one is going to blow your mind because it is getting hundreds of sales a day and it is a new trend that has only popped up in the last 1 to 2 months. And sorry if I sound really funny today. I feel like I've just been sick forever, so you're going to have to deal with my muffled voice. The first one is within usually an animal niche. And keep in mind there are tons of sub-niches under animals. We have ducks, cows, dogs, cats, literally any animal that you could think of. Coming into Etsy, I first found this when I was just looking through sweatshirts and I was looking through current bestsellers. But if I look up animal sweatshirts, and then I'm actually gonna turn on Everbee, that's just the fast way that I use to find bestsellers, and I'm going to find ones that are currently getting the highest amount of sales this month. So I'm going to sort by monthly sales and I'm going to make sure I'm actually going this way. And one thing I can see in a lot of the bestsellers, if you open them, they're just about 4 different animals, maybe more, somewhat like this one, lined up across the top of a shirt. So we have this one here, which has 4 cows and they're dressed for Halloween. We have this Christmas chicken one. Same thing, a bunch of the same animal lined across the top of a sweatshirt. We have people getting extremely specific with them, with golden retriever versions of this design. And we also have versions that are not tied to a holiday like this embroidered penguin version. This style of design is working for non-holidays, but it's also been doing a killing for the last 2 holidays for both Halloween and Christmas, where people have just changed the accessories that these animals are wearing to change up the holiday and get bestsellers for both using the exact same design. This design reminds me so much of the coffee cup design that was just killing it for every single holiday last year on Etsy. If you were on Etsy last year, you're probably familiar with designs like this, where people grabbed these very similar coffee cups and they were applying it to fall, Christmas, Halloween, winter, any holiday or occasion that they could. They would just alter how these coffee cups looked to apply to different holiday niches. So going into the new year, I can still see these selling by being applied to brand new niches, like Valentine's Day, like St. Patrick's Day, or any of the upcoming holidays, or even ones that are not tied to a holiday. I actually have a similar goat one that sells year-round and has just been an awesome evergreen niche for me that just features 4 different goats along the top. My tip though, these have been pretty overdone for chickens, cows, and dogs. Good news, there's thousands of other animals out there that you can do. And if you are not an illustrator, don't worry, you can find a lot of icons to use both in Canva Elements, or if you can't find any that you like there, you can also check out Creative Fabrica, which if you just look up any animal, they have tons of different elements that you can use, and they have a subscription service. You can get your first month free for 10 free downloads, and then after that, you pay monthly and you can download as many different PNG elements to use in your designs as you'd like. The next trend I found that is just killing it in a lot of different niches is this university style design going across the top of a sweatshirt. So for example, we have this one here, Mama, in this university block text, and then with a similar little EST 2023, similar to how you would find on a college sweatshirt. We have this one here, very similar idea, similar type of font, just reversed. And now they've also added some extra personalization where you can add in the names on the sleeves. We have this one here, another similar idea, same type of font, and this one actually doesn't have any personalization and is still doing really well. We have this one applied to a different niche. They actually added embroidery, and if you're curious on how to do embroidery, I do have other videos on that, so go ahead and check those out. But this one is another very simple one. The text is just inverted, so it's an outline only. Same university block text, and it's an extremely simple design to do. Then we have this one also killing it, very similar to some of the other ones we saw, but again, we can see that this university text is doing really well. The easiest way to make this for me is using KITTL, and I like to use the font Tricot. You can also do it in Canva, but they don't have the arc that KITTL has, and I just find it easier to do on KITTL. But the font that I would use is Tricot, and then if you wanted to inverse it like some of the other ones had, you can just add a border, change the color to white, and then change this. And then if you wanted to add that special curve to it, going down, we're actually going to select arc, and then you can play with just how curved that new word is, and depending how you would like it for your design. This is another one where I don't want you doing it for mama or nurse or any of the ones that I showed you because they already have bestsellers with this design. Do niche research and find a brand new niche that this design trend has not been applied to yet to stick out. The next one is a very interesting trend because I thought it would be for Halloween only, but it's proving not to be, and that is actually these little ghosts doing different activities. So if I scroll down right here, I actually looked up teacher shirts, and these are the best-selling teacher shirts right now, and 3 of the best-selling teacher shirts right now are these little ghosts that are reading. We have this bestseller here of a little ghost wearing a little cowboy hat. And I'm filming this 20 days after Halloween and it is still selling daily. We have this one here, a ghost holding a little cat, and again, still selling post-Halloween. And then we have these ones which are just killing the teaching niche right now, which are ghosts reading books. And then even Christmas ghosts are doing a killing with this trend on Etsy. And then we have our final trend, which I actually haven't seen on Etsy, or maybe I just didn't find it before until recently, and suddenly there are tons of bestsellers with this similar design. And these are these custom concert/rap type of t-shirts that are very vintage that look similar to this. This one had 94 people purchase in the last 24 hours. This one, instead of being in the dog niche, is a custom person photo, and this one, same thing, recently listed and has had 12 people purchase in the last 24 hours. This one was listed less than a month ago and already has 246 sales. And then we have this one here. This one was listed 3 months ago, and take a look at this. It has had 245 purchases in the last 24 hours. That is insane. The one with 94 purchases in 24 hours was listed 2 months ago. This one here, same thing, listed just 2 months ago and has a monthly sales of 112. All of the bestsellers that I can find with this type of design have been listed in the last 1 to 2 months and have had hundreds of sales, meaning this is a new crazy trend that you could hop on. But you might be looking at this design and saying, there's no way I could make that. Well, that's why I learned how to make it, and in my next video, we're gonna do a walkthrough of how I would create this exact design. So those are my 4 killing trends right now, and stay tuned if you want to learn how to make that retro concert type design, because that's going to be coming up next later this week. Thanks, guys.